time immemorial here in Valorant. But right now, the display that's being put on here from FUT, it doesn't lend to that story. We need to see a complete tonal shift from this team in their performance.
No doubt about it. It just feels flat right now for FUT. And they're going to need to dial up something special here on Lotus. Yeah, both teams having about the same amount of success on this map throughout the year, about 60%. So in that respect, they should be evenly matched. But FNATIC on this defender side in particular has great protocols. They're really good about controlling their space on the map and already making quick rotates here, getting no contact on A. They're saying, okay, well, this might be an early B pivot. Durka pays the price, but it's just a quick trade from Leo.
And Leo able to shut that down, get a J. Dead. Bite into the corner. Durka will be dead to right, so a quick little trade out. 1 for 1 in B. The rest of FUT now slow creeping their way up here towards A. Chronicle playing in alongside this wall, the screen, dropping. There's 3 players here in front of him. And nearly somehow comes away with a kill, but eventually will fall. CNED able to find that one. Paranoia now across. Out of Captain pushing forward into B, able to find Boaster. Thanks for the catch. CNED collecting out the air. And FUT now bringing this round back.
Oh, just beautiful stuff. We'll get to it when the round's over, but still some Fade Util to work with.
Well, they know where he's at now. Leo in a bad spot. Won't be able to find any more kills. No more value built up. CNED collecting himself a second, and that's going to be FUT winning out the pistol.
A desperately needed pistol round, but it's just a good understanding of how FNATIC was going to rotate off of this in a way. Even though they're caught off guard by Chronicle's position, he's not able to punish them, so...
He's caught off guard even more so.
Yes, yes. Everybody's caught off guard by that.
Like when the wall crumbles in Saving Private Ryan and everybody's just there with guns in hand, like, what do we do?
That is absolutely accurate.
Cage triggered.
No, it's all classics. Nobody investing in anything for FNATIC, and they're just going to full stack on B. I mean, everybody is here. But for now, FUT is being very good at making sure that they're checking on it. Yes, they're pushing out, but
watching here.
FUT should have a lot of space, but the spike's down out here.
Yeah, this could potentially be bad. I mean, Trapwire to continue to slow things up. Chronicle just getting tucked in behind the box. Do they read this at all? So even if they do deal with Alpha, which they will, CNED finds it. Do they suspect? He does. What a read, CNED. Picking up a second here in round number 2. Durka working his way forward at Mount. Can confirm that there's no presence on this side of the map. He'll just be grabbing that orb to try to build up a showstopper. And there's all of FUT now stopping their way over towards the A site, where it's really only Leo at stairs to try to slow things up.
Mr. Fallen has that outlaw, that deep cover that they might need. FNATIC trying to get into position to contest. Boaster.
Decent amount of damage dealt. CNED now finally dealt with. What is that run back? Suddenly just an explosion of death into the kill feed. Solid damage dealt here on the back end from FNATIC, where it looked like they were just going to get absolutely rolled. They do manage to bring it down to just 2 players left standing.
But you could see that there was some anticipation by FUT that FNATIC was trying to contest on site. There was a bunch of spam when those early smokes came down to try to get the plant down, and then FNATIC just kind of pauses for a second, takes a brief freeze, and this is just a great read from FUT, doing their homework, knowing some of these plays that FNATIC has on their ecos. Shuts it right down the trapwire as well in a great spot to make sure that wasn't much to be able to be done out of that. Now you have the op for Durka, you have 2 outlaws and already cracks.
Dead. I must have just been a Jiggle Peek cracks. Able to just double tap when some added damage from Mr. Fallen plays off the back of that outlaw. Alert timing in. Leo gonna be taken down. Chronicle now forced back over at Waterfall.
You just save?
They might have to, given that the operator is once again in play. Durka maybe can wait out the smoke, try to go for a peek in, but you don't really have anything to escort that other than a Paranoia. And yeah, as you can see, slowly dripping away, trying to save. Out of Captain, will catch one. Not sensing Boaster here. Maybe in a position to be punished, but already such fantastic damage dealt. And this is the FUT that we were looking for on the opener. As they will be converting this bonus and start things off 3-0.
Yeah, that opening pick is the go button. A lot of times it's kind of a single player on C for FNATIC. They got that kill and they immediately opt to punish it. Especially when you know it's Leo. You can, and then FNATIC Captain so ready for those quick rotations.
He is on the hunt right now. Boaster at risk. Boaster dead. Blast back across, but Durka also dead to rights. FNATIC Captain with a 4-piece. Gets FUT up 3-0. They take everything away from FNATIC.
This is huge. So many ults almost online already for FUT. And Durka's close to a showstopper, sure, but
Let's see how this started.
this is... Oh, my.
Outlaw wallbang into the finisher on the Sheriff.
Unbelievable.
Yep, hands off the keyboard. It's like, what else could I have done?
Yeah.
It's just a good reaction here from the side of FUT. Ready for that jiggle out.
Insane. FNATIC Captain, so proactive in that round. You'll love to see it. Contest for rubble space. Boaster trying to push aggressively far forward. Cage thrown out in front of him. Orb gonna be grabbed. Now Alpha all alone. A little bit of help now from Chronicle. Fault line.
That's
gonna be good if
on the two if he sends it, and he does. CNET already dealing a significant amount of damage as he wraps around back side here. Alpha taking down CNET. Not quite ready to see that many faces over at Waterfall, it would seem. Leo is able to take him down. Jet now dealt with. Paranoia set, Boaster finding one. FNATIC starting to drag this round back into their favor.
There.
got a good chance. Even though the plant's gonna come down, they've got the numbers advantage.
They've got just almost a pit, one away, but not quite there. Misread from myself. As Mr. Bond looking to take some space in a little bit ahead of the flash, but still comes away with a kill. Brings it now back to a 3v3.
Not much util left in the bag for FUT. Plenty here for FNATIC. Still got the paranoia.
Another fault line, Haunt out. Entry here from Durka, and he's able to find the shot. Trax finding one, but Durka collecting a final. Trax will fall, and FNATIC will get themselves on the board in a round where it looked like they were just dead to rights. Hand over to Leo, Nightfall online, and it is a MasterCard thrifty for FNATIC.
And even though in the previous round, FUT was very ready for some of these fast rotations from FNATIC, this time just a little bit extra time being able to be bought because Alpha just doesn't die off the rip. And so you have a little bit more space to work with. And with this late lurk play from Boaster, he's able to shut Yedajay down.
We got you, man.
And now Boaster's into it. Now he's saying, we got you, we understand. We understand what you're trying to do. Now you get the Showstopper and the Nightfall to worry about. Yes, you've got the Rolling Thunder and the Viper's Pit. You gotta get in a position to use those for FUT. And just some util exchange. Boaster again, teeping up a little bit further, but this time opting to stay behind Rubble. Wait it out. There's that Rolling Thunder to clear space, but Alpha wise to it and just backs out.
Yeah, the Trax reading that decently well does send the fault line to the back end to ensure that he finds a stun, but a little bit of damage going to be taken here. Pit now thrown through, and that's going to be the Nightfall in over top. Decay on both sides. Cracks trying to stay alive, and Alpha able to find it. Showstopper in from Durga, takes out Mr. Ball, and the Pit's still standing. Still in with a chance here. Our FUT, but it's 5 members strong on the opposite side. CNET finding one, Alpha dead. FNATIC Captain trying to reposition, working his way forward, trying to be elusive, trying to be unpredictable. Comes to the corner of the TP board. Both are going to be dealt with. CNET finds a second as Durga falls. And there you have it. FNATIC Captain for the finisher. Does take down Chronicle. But it's still heavy investments here for FUT, but they stop FNATIC from finding that second round win.
FNATIC Captain having a great half so far. And he plays this Viper's Pit so well, just feeding over information, never pulls the trigger on some of those identifications. He sees the head of Alpha as Alpha's crossing on top of sight, catches a gun barrel sticking out of the smoke in the back of sight, and just holds his trigger the whole time. Discipline wins them this round.
Very nicely done here to continue on their merry way and force a timeout out of FNATIC here within the first 5 rounds of play. That being said, I mean, breaking down the economy and also exchanging 2 for 2 on ultimates. Yeah, Pit, Rolling Thunder, 2 very costly ones. Takes a while to try to build those ones up, but getting the Showstopper, getting the Nightfall, those big retake tools, and still winning the round. That is a big boon here for FUT.
Exactly, exactly. That was so well played by FUT. And Gaius is fired up, but so is FUT now. And this is a breath of fresh air for this Turkish squad. Starting to really understand, you know, the timings that FNATIC is trying to take on these fast rotates. And then in this round, just really understanding how to play against these ults, how to position themselves well so that they don't get punished. You know, just in a good spot to deal with Boaster's TP, all those things well accounted for by the side of FUT. And now you got Yedajay's ult, you know, the Blade Storm's there, but I don't expect that to be popped this round necessarily. We'll see how CNED feels about it. And other than that, it's another weak buy. The hero rifle for Durka. Stinger, Sheriff, Ghost for Chronicle. Boaster just with a classic. Just gonna be good guy Boaster saving up for extra cash.
Quick TP across. Tap on the door here from Boaster.
But look at how much space FNATIC gained on the other side of the map on Mound. You got to start considering that this might be A or into a B pivot, given how much room you garnered. For now, no contact. FNATIC holding the cards close to the vest.
Oh, but Boaster getting tagged there. Paranoia across, he's fault lined, and he's just, in all likelihood, screwed. But Leo, no, protection, able to find one. CNED's gonna be taken down. FNATIC Captain collecting two. Chronicle now arriving. Quick headshot. Trades it back. Brings it now into a 3v3. Weapon advantage still gonna be there for the side of FUT, but Durka has that hero rifle, and he has that paint shell at the ready. Forces him off. This is just gonna be an extended pivot here across the board from FUT. It looks like the answer is gonna be yes. Tap on the door, and they want to try to make their way out of here.
Don't want to give any opportunity for this retake attempt. Yeah, they're going to
weapons
be, yeah,
picked up. So now FNATIC in with a little bit of a better shout, but Rax able to find one. Durka dead, get a J. Likely love to try to invest in neural theft off the back of that, but it's a dangerous position to try to get into to send the ult. Right now, he's basically face to face alongside Chronicle, who's able to find the kill. Brings it back into a 2v2 as the rest of FUT storm their way now into B. Very rare plant spot here by the connector.
You almost never see this. Got an aftershock angle.
The fault line not going to be too far away.
Shadows traveling.
But yeah, aftershock actually not available. Just going to
be
the one flash here for him. But no bite as well to try to isolate, and Cracks is going on this late lurk all the way around towards upper.
Walking in there like, where's the spike? What'd they do with it?
It's not planted for Cracks, but
that's not ready.
fault line at the ready, sent the push forward. They know, they have a read, they know exactly where Mr. Fallen is. They're able to find it, but it's not held to half. And Alpha tagged down to 30, will get taken out. Cracks collecting another as FUT continue on. 5-1 now. Already tying their round score from the opening map.
Yeah, and it's this freeze deciding not to fully commit to A after things get a little scrappy on the back site that saves this round for FUT. I mean, it's just really good read here early from the side of FNATIC. They completely isolate any info on where they're hiding on the site. Yeah, Boaster takes a little bit of damage, but Chronicle's able to step in there, do some damage. They're able to get those gun upgrades, but it's that late round pivot from FUT. Those options available to you on Lotus, utilized so well here. The Turkish squad, Durka out the rip. Does some serious damage.
Yeah, Mr. Fallen dealt with, spray across, trying to find CNED, tags him down to 78. He will be able to stay alive, but that's a good opener here for the side of FNATIC, who've been needing as many advantages as they can get.
That delayed haunt, so good. Almost gave him another kill. This might be a bit of a fake, we'll see. Still can swing through door.
Clock cleared out, still 2 nanoswarms. Likely just trying to see if they can try to paint as much as humanly possible here. Eat on the Prowler. CNED wanting to see if he can get ahead of it, try to find a timing, get a headshot, but Zed just gets worked down a little bit lower on his HP bar.
Oh, Boaster.
As Boaster on front, able to deal with one. The Jet now gone. Counter spray, a little bit of damage found, but overall, not too much.
That's huge that Boaster can win that, because now he's forcing FUT into the heavier stacked sides of the map for FNATIC, but they still got all this defensive utility available. Just trap J in that corner.
A little pocket that he's able to play into, but Alpha clearly reading this, does find that kill. Rax solid on the entry to go ahead and put him down, but now Attic Captain, 46 HP in a 1v3. He will get picked off, but Attic find themselves a second round win.
Yeah, and this is a great round for FNATIC, but FUT had an opening here, and Boaster shuts it down. It's a decent read by FUT that Boaster is often playing by himself, playing isolated at A rubble. But Boaster just finds a good timing off the back of these smokes to get up and over. And that early util exchange at rubble goes the way of FNATIC this time. And that's huge. And it's just great understanding of where their util is going to funnel their opponents. Beautifully handled by Alfier and Chronicle on that C site. Great crossfire setup. Let's see what we're gonna do. We have the Blade Storm now for CNED. Got a
double poison orbs.
Yep.
Alarm bot, the nanos. The red carpet laid out
Out of
for him. Looking for the rush in. Can't quite find it. Push up into the smoke. Tries to get the right click, and Chronicle will have none of it. Shuts it down. Aftershock now to try to save him off. Forces him back for a moment, but still, this C site not being taken. Can't be taken.
But Yedijay on the other side of the map has cleared a rubble, and he's calling in the rest of FUT. They're trying to buy a little bit of time for this rotation. Keep FNATIC planted. The TP all the way in the back for the plant. Beautiful from FUT.
A-site taking was still a bit of a gamble here from him. Captain still going to be noted on this side of the map, but as the plant gets ready to come through, FNATIC will have a faster rotate timing here to beat Captain over towards that A-site, especially now that Yedijay has fallen. Okay, Captain does find one. Chronicle dealt with. It's fallen on the site. And Cracks hanging back outside of door, outside of tree to try to offer up any kind of utility he can, but it's just 2 flashes in hand. And now he's dealt with. Poster finds that kill. Lockdown needing to be respected. As the kills will come through. FNATIC fairly clean, just Chronicle getting picked off by that late lurk. Otherwise, very solid round for them as they shorten the gap even further. Now it's just 2 rounds separating.
And the map awareness here for FNATIC has started to really flourish. They're seeing the game a lot better. Like where these opponents are starting to peek out and try to catch them off guard is being read so well. Chronicle just playing inside of that smoke, anticipating CNED, trying to get aggressive with those blades. Yedijay shut down, trying to push upstairs. And then covering for the lockdown plant. I mean, that's why you can afford to leave the A site open a little bit. When you have that lockdown available, you can shift your weight towards one side of the map or the other and play for retake if necessary. FNATIC working it absolutely to a treat. A little bit different positioning of the haunt this time. Back of that paint shells and FUT, not wanting to get caught, trying to contest rubble. Instead, maybe trying to turn up the pace here on C.
CNED again, rushing forward. Prowler to check, and this time he gets the better of Chronicle. Leo, however, and Alpha here peeking out one by one. Find a kill, but then get taken down. Showstopper short distance here from Durka. Doesn't ensure the kill. Mr. Fallen going to be taken down, but man advantage here for the side of FUT. Just not wanting for FNATIC to get closer. Spike, however, still dropped all the way outside of Mount. Durka with that headshot brings it back to parity. Now into a 2v2. Poster on the lurk, Cracks. Aware that he could be in this position. And even though he has to redraw the weapon, Poster just not quite fully checking the angle. Kill found, Yedijay. Already over here towards this A side of the map. Quick check on the cam, nothing gonna be spotted. Tap on the door, he works his way forward. Sturka pushes up. A paint shell to try and delay, but he's not reading this left side hold. Yedijay puts him down, 1 shot. His FUT, once again, keep themselves separated, now up to 6.
Yeah, they do a great job of finding the weaknesses in FNATIC C-site defenses. CNED breaks through, gets past the lines of FNATIC and causes chaos. Catching Boaster here, really nice. So as much as I credited FNATIC for kind of having their heads on straight the previous round, this time it's FUT who's able to bamboozle them.
2 straight. Wasn't loose enough to look to the right a little bit more. I don't know, something's in the water and people aren't corner checking these last couple days.
Yeah, happens sometimes on this map. I think some damage to CNED off that paint shells, but he's still good on Boaster.
Finds a headshot, Boaster instantly disrupted, killed off. Half the smokes now. Dead. Quick re-grab the camera. See where FUT decide to take this, but looks like it might just be that C site once again.
Give me a corpse. Where is everyone
huge.
hiding?
Getting that neural theft. We're gonna have that confirmation that there's 3 on B, 1 on C, and they are hightailing it in towards Alfier. Got that up.
Good for the first. Captain going to be shut down, but Durka traded.
And then Yedijay on this flank. They're just gonna pull off of this. They're using this information from this cipher again.
Just ping-ponging back and forth here. Tap onto the doors, Yedijay just trying to see if he could bait somebody to peek out. Looks like in the end, though, B site likely going to be the resting place here for this spike.
Don't want to show him the same look twice for that free space. And it's just a full spread of the map for FNATIC. I don't think anybody's going to contest this plant. Trying to find an opportunity for a lurk is CNED. And Chronicle going to be coming from the A direction.
Smoke on upper, Leo drifting back, wary about this potential flank coming through, and CNAD walks right into it, ready for it, and Chronicle on the entry, able to find one. Alpha catching a glimpse there, as Mr. Fallen just sprints across and he just swings into Baby Door and takes out Chronicle. Leo now last one standing as Mr. Fallen TPing into the site to actually check, but Leo catches him on the cancel. Rolling Thunder available for cracks, just waiting on the tap. Leo having to be cognizant of this. Ult now gonna be sent. Sends out the C's to try to trap him. But time is being bought. Leo knows that he's not gonna be able to win out this round. FUT will get themselves up to 7. And all that Leo can do, just save the operator, carry it over into the next round.
Oh, it's just so awesome the way that FUT is working this map right now. Just showing hard aggressive looks and then pivoting off of it quickly. That op there does some damage. This time they're able to best Boaster, who's been a nuisance at Rubble, to start out this half. Nightfall, Mr. Fallen just playing right on the back of it, trying to catch FNATIC being aggressive, and he does. Now the buy, very weak. Yes, you saved the op, but you have 2 Stingers, 2 Sheriffs for FNATIC. FUT gonna grab an Outlaw as well, knowing that half armors are only gonna be available based on the economy of their opponents. Assumption here, oh my God, Boaster.
Finds the headshot, Mr. Fallen taken down. Knows that CNAD's around the flank, and he still does a decent amount of damage. That taps him down to 78. Dirk, in the meantime, still holding this deep line here with the operator. Let's see if anybody peeks out for him. Couple shots in, and CNAD just gonna take him down. Headshot down, and now that A site completely opened up, so Chronicle has to rotate over. Ooh, Chronicle scooping up the up for himself. Shuts down cracks on the approach, and that's a lot of the entry util taken out of FUT's hands. Leo holding here, but because it's just a stinger, he does decent damage, but cannot confirm that kill.
Cage trigger.
Still in with the advantage here, our FUT. CNAD just here alongside the wall, and Chronicle is not ready for it. CNAD finds himself a 3rd in the round as FUT look for 8, and they will have it. Pit invested, yes, but still more rounds accrued for them here on this attacking side. 9 and 3 in their sights.
I just so aware, our FUT, of where that op was likely to be. And it's pretty typical to have it on top of stairs like that. CNAD able to identify that position. They also had cracks standing on the rock at A main, kind of as a backup plan, just in case things go wrong, but
Here,
doing a great job. Our FUT, and they have kept that Odin out of the hands of FNATIC until this round. So finally, they have a little bit of early spam to try to control. My eyes are on Chronicle with that Viper's Pit. That's the only ult that's likely to come online for FNATIC.
Quick hit here into B to try to change up the pace. Paranoia across, and CNAD playing off the back of it beautifully. Couple stray shots from Boaster, but it's full blind and absolutely left out to dry.
Get out of my way.
Easy kill collection for him. Chronicle now just trying to fit their way back in for this one. But the spike gets right on the edge. Spray through, Chronicle whittled away down to 61. Walt comes back up, Alfia trying to get up in front of this one. Swings out, and there's 3 players ready for him. Cracks dealing the killing blow, a bite to try to take him off that angle for a little bit longer, but getting under the spike is gonna prove to be so damn difficult. Leo swings out of the smoke. Mr. Fallen takes his head off. And now it's all on Durka, and Odin in hand, but he's absolutely destroyed. Flawless from FUT to close out the half, 9 and 3.
Yeah, just awesome. Finally, we're seeing FUT come alive. And they're having a phenomenal attacker side half here on Lotus. Sure, it's an attacker sided map, but this is very, very strong. The way that they are maneuvering themselves, the way that they're reading their opponents, getting that info and using it against them has been incredible this half. A lot of credit to Yedajay, who's doing a good job exploring himself and finding that open space.
Absolutely has been, but somebody else who's been having a whale of a performance right now is Attic Captain. Let's go ahead and hear from him in another Omen player moment.
Oyuna zaten hızlı giremedik. Çok çabuk bitti oyun. Yani fazla üzgün değiliz. Rakip zaten Amerika Ligi'nin birincisi olarak geldi. Tabii ki de hafife almıyoruz. Çok güçlü bir rakiptik ama birazcık rakip analizine fazla takıldığımız için kendi oyunumuz arka planda kaldı. Yüksek ihtimalle kafa kafaya gitsek, kaybetsek daha çok üzülürdük. Ama oyun hızlı bittiği için ya pek fazla bir üzgünlük, bir sıkıntı yok şu an üstümüze. Diğer maça hazırlanacağız.
Bustio cleaning up 2, leaves now Cracks all on his lonesome to try to clutch it out. 1v2, looks for the first, gets the headshot, gets the spot of the bang and a smattering of damage. And he readjusts.
FNATIC cidden çok güçlü bir rakip. Zaten yüksek ihtimalle şu an yani dünyada top 3'e girecek bir takım. Ama onu ligde 2-0 yenmiştik. Son şansımız, kazanmamız lazım. Başka şansımız yok. Daha çok hırslanıyoruz.
FUT very well aware of their standing at the moment. Both teams knowing, lose here, it's all over. FUT now just trying to extend this series, take us over to Ascent. The Desk were talking about it earlier. They said if it goes to that map, who the hell knows what's going to happen? Right now, FUT are looking fired up.
Yeah, it's anybody's ball game. It feels like now. You know, FUT looked rough on split, but they're right back in the saddle now. And just curious to see what this pistol round from FUT is going to bring us. If they can really just railroad FNATIC out of here, get this pistol round win, send us to Ascent quickly, or if FNATIC has something to say about it. It is obviously an attacker-sided map, generally, other than sometimes in Pacific. But
It's a little bit anomalous in Pacific from time to time, yes.
yeah, but in most of the rest of the world, you know, this is where you're going to get your damage done. This is where you can really work the map, and FNATIC loves these B pivots. They love to try to contest rubble and then use that to either go A or B. But a lot of attention being played towards C early for both squads. Get a full stack here, the fault line ready to go for Cracks if there's any contact. But that's smoke. As FNATIC, considering other ideas and all this space that Boaster's got, says, guys, let's try this for now. But
It is just CNET here.
yep, but he's been pretty good so far this map.
Has been, but exit tool's not really there because of the full investment on the Sheriff. They could just end up 50-50ing him a little bit, but there's a swing out. It's a decent amount of damage. Tailwinds across, gets himself into sight. He's reading the push-up here from Durka. Does some damage, but gonna be caught right before he can fully reload. Sets up the rest of his team to potentially be able to bring this round back into their favor. For now, Plant gonna be coming through. It's Durka wants to get that showstopper online.
Yeah, the duelist v duelist battle goes the way of Durka this time, able to catch that reload timing. Flank angle here for Chronicle, so important.
Trying to find the shots. It's going to be Atacaptain taking down Durka in the meantime as they push their way out of stairs. Chronicle low.
What?
Atacaptain finding that kill. Leo answering one back. Spots out Cracks, but there's the paranoia, the jumping right click. Mr. Fallen taking down Leo. Buster finds a nice timing though. Pushing out here into stairs. Keeps it now at a 2v2. So recovered, pushed up into the smoke. Out the air, able to steady that spray there with a Sheriff. Finds one. The hold coming through. Shoulder not being noticed. Yet a J will fall, and FNATIC will get themselves a pistol round win.
Man, what an awesome pistol round. Both teams making some really clever maneuvers. Coming from a bunch of different directions, our FUT with that overstack towards C. They're able to push through spawn pretty quickly. It's accounted for by the side of FNATIC, but they're just a little late to react on that back line. But still, Boaster with the stairs rotate is huge. Catches Cracks off guard while he's trying to let loose with some util. And that's just round over at that point. And then Alfier wins a crucial 1v1 on the back of the site. Able to keep that battle from going into a 2v1, making it a 1v1 in the end. So fantastic work with a really tricky round. FUT through a lot of FNATIC and they were able to hang on. Getting that spam through the smoke as well. Onto Chronicle was nice pickup. Ooh,
Alfier going to be noted. The rotate coming through out wide from Atacaptain to try to get the catch, and he's able to do it. Headshot from the Classic there at that distance. Puts down the enemy KJ. Solid start, but still more kills to be found if they want to do some significant damage here to the economy. Sturka, one with a rifle. Takes out Mr. Fallen. Back now into a 4v4. The smokes come through. Just really looking to lock off this heaven. Durka staying out wide. Flash at the ready, comes in, tailwind. Durka, oh, he's fully blinded, but he still manages to find that kill. Weapon now passed over into Leo's hands, trying to maintain control of it. Gets a headshot onto Cracks, and Yeta out, last one standing. Looks like he's gonna go on a long walkabout.
Camera taken out.
Camera destroyed. Just wants to get in a position to die to the spike.
And FNATIC is pinging it out. They're aware that this could happen, so they're saying, okay, guys, he might end up there, but let's see if they're gonna try to contest it at all or just let it happen. It is good stuff here from FUT. Again, identifying this open space and just being even more aggressive against it on these C lurks. And catches Boaster a bit off guard, so I think that's something that certainly in this round FNATIC might want to consider, is how are they going to deal with these aggressive push-outs from C if they're going to keep their attention towards a rubble. Part of the map that they love to fight for and try to pivot from. So this leaves a little bit of space for FUT, generally speaking. And this round, though, FUT is going to make an adjustment. They're going to start contesting this space a bit. Particularly, oh my god.
Lost to open on the door, and CNET dead off the rip. Looks for a second, Mr. Fallen does manage to stand his ground. DP's back across over into the site. Does get tagged up. Down to 48, but duelist exchange here on both sides. Entry power taken away from one another.
Well, and you can understand why FNATIC likes to contest this space because they have the phase raid versus not the phase raid. In this case, a breach jet. So it's a little bit harder for FUT.
Fade raise, but yes.
Oh, sorry, God, fade raise. Oh my God. Oh boy, there's a slip of the tongue. But the fade raise, phase raid. I'm getting my teams confused and everything.
Wires crossed. It's
wires are crossed, yeah. But anyway, you can understand why they would be willing to contest that space early, is my point.
Yes. Solid trade out there from Mr. Fallen, but now approach here on a C, getting ready to come through. Fault line at the ready from Cracks. Really gum up the works here. Flynn and Leo both at a risk of getting clipped by this one. Just waiting it out patiently. Spike going to be passed over. Fault line now coming through. Prowler on the check after shot to try to see if they can find any opening kills, but nothing's going to be spotted there. Orb goes down. Out of Captain filling here over at Ben. Going to be noted by that Prowler, but the spray in from Cracks. He's able to find one. Out of Captain having to tuck back TP up over the top. Not going to be heard here, but Out of Captain still finds Alpier. Cracks getting another Out of Captain ready for it. Looks up, gets the catch, and it's only CNET dead within the first few seconds of the round. Everybody else alive as FUT get themselves up to 10.
The Out of Captain has been monstrous for FUT. 18-9 now. Just a nightmare to deal with over here. Yeah, Durka, a good opener. Clear some space, has an opportunity against Mr. Fallen, but kind of caught still moving a little bit. So Mr. Fallen able to find his shots sooner, but Out of Captain just knew. I mean, those Omens love to get on top of that box.
I mean, man, it's just on a tear. Big turnaround. Basically everybody on FUT compared to what we were seeing on that opening map. Right now leading the charge as far as kills are concerned. CNET tries to take some space. The Paranoia crashing across, and he finds the first one. Durka going to be taken down. Now swing back around over towards Rocket. Boaster does fall. Leo up over the top, just waiting patiently here for that wall to fall. He comes away with one, but CNET gets himself a third. Spike now stranded in a forward position. Chronicle desperately spraying with the Odin to try to find something.
Well, you wondered how they could deal with it. Just hit a banger Paranoia, and you can clear out that space no problem with CNET dashing in. Just trying to buy a little bit of time, but what do you do here as FNATIC? Your options are so limited, and FUT can just stack on top of the Spike and wait you out, grab orbs, get everything they want out of this, potentially more. There's no way they're going to give them opportunities, you would think, for that Odin spam.
Starting to work their way forward, clear out on the camp. CNET feeling it, gets himself the 4-piece, can't find the ace, but still, FUT get themselves now up to 11. 2 more rounds to go to replicate and invert the map score from Split and take us over to Ascent.
Man, this is awesome. I love this. You know, one of the things I was concerned about with this compositional difference, trying to control this space, well, CNET gets behind rubble, a beautiful Paranoia from Mr. Fallen, and it's a lot of players falling for FNATIC. And that's got Gaius fired up, and now things start to get desperate for FNATIC because they are 2 rounds from dropping this map, and they are in an eco. They have a showstopper, yes. Late storm pop for CNET. Out of Captain has that Viper's Pit. Boaster gonna lead the charge with a frenzy here. It's FNATIC looking to see if they can get a thrifty and find some hope to keep this map alive. Oh, what a spot.
Timing a little bit off there. Has to go for the reload right as the trap wire does get the catch on the Durka. Boombot quickly cleared out. Cyber Cage gonna be set up as well. A lot of spam, but no connections. Nightfall committed. Going to be able to note 2 here on the site. Get a chance clearing out the Prowlers. Just watching every which direction to try to keep himself alive here. Push up from Durka. He ends up falling. Brax just again pot shots in towards 3. Finds one. No audio, no problem. Out of Captain. Catches Boaster. Picks him off now, 2 players left alive. Dash back from CNET, unable to get the knives to connect. Leo finds Mr. Fallen, keeps him close, but FNATIC shuts it down once again. Leo now gone. CNET needed to be a headshot here. Chronicle able to find one, but now down to 31. They line up for him, but he cannot get the shot through. FNATIC with another multi-kill round will get FUT up to map point.
He's just
Match point.
unbelievable right now. You cannot displace FNATIC. Once he's got his feet planted, forget about it. On this defender's side and on the attacker side with some of those lurks, but he gets caught by all the utility from, I mean, they invest everything here. Except for the showstopper. Durka doesn't pop that, but, you know, it's FNATIC trying to scrape together something. Nightfall be damned. Util be damned. Leo's still able to come out with some big kills, but FNATIC now facing map 3.
FNATIC poking and prodding here for now. Double drift up and towards B. TP across over to the door switch here for Boaster.
Cover going out.
Tap on it. So double push out. Trapwire set up for a bit of a raise catch here, knowing that showstopper is going to be in play.
Cage trigger.
But it's looks like it's going to be scouted. Boaster maybe noting that. Durka just sneaking in underneath. So Wire not getting the catch. Paint Shell's at the ready to be set, but FNATIC already finding an opener. As Boaster going to be taken down once more. Paint Shell's into the back though, and FNATIC not quite registering that. Ends up falling to it, so Durka trades it back and still has the showstopper in his back pocket.
And now this retake gets extremely difficult for FUT because you know that showstopper is going to be coming your way. Taking their time. It's a freeze here from FNATIC. Just wary of a timing hit from FUT. Finally going to feel comfortable enough that they can go for this. Alpha going to try to sneak in behind this door.
Behind the box, Fallen not reading it. Alpha quick with a headshot. Manages to take him down. Showstopper now to further delay to buy some space. Sends it. CNET quick with the tailwind. Keeps himself out to safety, but as he repeats out here. But once again, final elimination. After shock through, but Durka having none of it. Crack's dead. Now it's just Yeta J. Clean and necessary turnaround here for FNATIC. Paint Shell's built back up. Yeta J wanting to just try to challenge, wanting to get as many weapons out of the hands of FNATIC as humanly possible. But it's going to stop at Durka. Alpha with 3, keeps him afloat, but it's 6 rounds consecutively necessary for FNATIC if they want to go to OT.
Yeah, and it's a really good job here by Boaster, being the point man to make sure that trapwire is identified, just in case. And he's just able to kind of sneak underneath the net of the defenses of FUT. Like you said, Achilleos, they were planning for that showstopper to come through that door, and it doesn't. That gives just enough room for FNATIC to set up underneath the site and start letting loose with those guns to clear that extra space they need to get that plant.
Alp and Outlaw in play here for FUT.
Lockdown for Alfier.
Wow, my eyes are dumb.
Yeta J just having to backpedal. Quick clear on the cam. Trapwire is well eliminated. Opening up B a little bit. Tap onto the door. CNET taking a quick peek. Not going to be spotting much of anything though. How far does he want to push this? Looks like for now we'll just stay sat over by Mound. Mr. Fallen at the same time. Outlaw in hand. Waiting to see any ounce of movement here.
Has to be a timing off the toxic screen, you would think. In fact, it's just a pivot towards the other direction, but look how much space they have on this mound.
They're drifting back. Clear out on the Prowler. They keep the op disguised for now. Haunt as well gone. Paranoia, however, going to be able to catch on to both of them. The Seas comes through, and Mr. Fallen going to be taken down. Alpha just entering over at A. Gets rid of that Outlaw. Cracks able to find Alpha, but Yeta J going to be traded out at the same time. 70 HP here for FNATIC. Cracks as well. Worse for wear. 53.
Boaster TP'd into drop, and I think FUT somewhat aware that could be possible, but should maybe get the plant down here for FNATIC.
Plant through, fault line, not connecting. Boaster still sat, turns on the flash, quick to it. CNET swapping over onto the Phantom. Looks like they still want to try to play this one out, but now CNET's dead. Cracks has to give it up. Picked off Boaster. A major turnaround round for him. Gets himself 3 kills, and FNATIC continue to keep themselves in this.
It's a little bit of a gamble from FNATIC with that TP, but it works a treat. You know, they've been now kind of shifting their attention, conditioning FUT that they're not going to be going A. And this time around, they wait a little bit. Yeah, Alpha gets the early pick, but then they start contesting that rubble space, investing that paranoia over there. Boaster, it's a great one. set up those shots. And then he's like, I'm going to TP over in a drop. They're not going to really fully anticipate it. Get some kills, get the plant, get the round. Still 5 more to go just to send it to OT, though, or FNATIC. But big ults available for FUT if they so choose. They can maybe get a kill or two. Who knows? Maybe they try to end it right here, right now. But just Sheriffs for the buy for FUT. So gun advantage and a lockdown advantage for FNATIC. Can they take advantage of it to keep us going?
This is one of those moments as a coach where you got to be sitting back watching and just hoping that the team, with these 4 ults that they have online, don't start overcommitting with them. Flash coming through, push out, space going to be taken, pushing them away from Mount. Well, just eat a shot there into the shoulder. This is going to force the pivot here from the side of FNATIC and FUT. They're trying to get ahead of this. Yeah, already rotating multiple players over towards A.
This is what they did last round, did FNATIC. So, you know, they're reading it really nicely. Our FNATIC, maybe going to try to pivot in towards B off of this. Early contact. CNED tucked right behind the door by Tree, seeing if he could find the angle. Already that baby door cleared. Spam through.
Tailwind at the ready. Fault line sent. Try to slow things up, but now maybe the pivot, the cut through into B.
30 seconds left.
Just had a captain here to try to intercept. Snake Bite going to be thrown down. Keeps them at bay for now. More time going to be bought. Wrap around from Alpha. Gets himself over in towards main, but the cam is there. Set up to go ahead and note him. Rolling Thunder. Going to be coming through. Sounds out on the multiple. Alpha pushing forward. Able to find one, but right now they're just trying to buy some time. And Alpha Air has opened up space.
Left.
2 kills bound. Plant can come in. They cannot deny it any further.
One enemy remains.
As Alpha gets the headshot, CNED will fall. It's going to be flawless here for FNATIC. They get that Rolling Thunder out of FUT as well.
Yeah, FUT felt like they maybe had an opportunity to try to close the door, but just not quite able to do so. And FNATIC starting to read the map pretty well, so FUT going to take a timeout, try to reassess, try to figure out how they can make sure that this doesn't go any further, that this stays as far away from overtime as possible, and we get to Ascent. And that Rolling Thunder, man, that's a lot to use there in that situation and get absolutely nothing out of it.
It is. There's still plenty of ults to work with, but having that Rolling Thunder, knowing that the lockdown is going to be on the opposite side, it makes that Viper's Pit feel a lot less safe, a lot less assured. We'll see what the call is going to be, but FUT now in this position where the economy is going to swing like a pendulum. Buy in this round, but if they drop it, FNATIC up to 9, back into an eco for FUT. That's them then at 10, 2 rounds away from taking you into overtime. FUT want to be able to just close this out right here, right now. Do not let them get any closer.
No doubt about it. I'd like to see a little bit more working of the map here by FNATIC. I felt like that was read pretty well by FUT, and maybe with better weapons in hand, that could be a little bit more tricky for FNATIC to deal with. And you are going to see that operator come through for CNED, operator for Alfier, Odin for Chronicle. So heavy weapons abound. Some big ults to speak of on both sides. Can FNATIC continue this run? It looks so good for FUT. Looks like they were going to make quick work of FNATIC on this Lotus, but right now, FNATIC has something to say about it. And they're going to take their time off the rip. I like this. Check for some aggression, check for like a trap pinch play. Maybe somebody gets aggressive out of C like this from CNED.
He's pushing up at Alpha. He's got an operator on the opposite side. He's holding a hard angle. Leo now inching forward. Util at the ready. Has that haunt. Goes out over the top. CNED tucks back into the smoke just in time. And then re-peeks and finds Alfier. CNED playing it beautifully.
Unbelievable. That timing is insane from CNED.
Absolute perfection and a solid start to try to close out this last round here.
Now you're trying to get some more info on what's going on around the map.
That's that lockdown nullified. You don't
That's
have to concern yourself with that. So the pit, if it comes through, that much safer for FNATIC captain.
Stop here.
Check from Fallen. Chronicle moving forward. By that A orb, Prowler is going to be eating the trap wire. CNED a little bit early on the shot. Pulls back, avoids the paint
30
shells.
seconds left.
Ready for some kind of peek up, but avoids the C's as well. A little bit of space taken as Boaster. He's going to be the X factor here in the round. Swings around in towards Waterfall, finds one. Mr. Fallen going to be taken out. Got to pivot into B.
Love that from Boaster.
That wire set up. Durka Still expecting Cena to be lingering around. He will go ahead and start rotating
10
out.
seconds
Yeta left tucked away at Waterfall to try to intercept this raise. And fall across, not going to be catching onto anyone. Durka, does he read this at all? The answer is no. Yeta finds the shot. Neural Theft invested. Reveal coming through. Out of Captain finds Chronicle. And now the pit to retake the site. Poster spamming wildly, hoping desperately that he can find some kind of opening. None to be found. Leo, a spot out on to CNED. Drags across, finds a shot, but it's going to be cracks to put them down. 13-8, FUT will take us the distance. They are not going out without a fight. They are sending us to Ascent.
A huge map from FUT. They look completely recovered from that disappointing performance on Split, that disappointing performance against 100 Thieves. They are ready to take us to Ascent.
Very much alive. Now Ascent, anything can happen. We'll see who comes out on top of this series after a quick break. So